can't lie. I'm Chinese-Muggel. Mit dem Kontrabass. Hogwarts Legacy, it's here!
Now it's Ranton review time. Oh my god!
This game is very controversial, so a couple of disclaimers. I love British culture, so don't get your knickers in a twist. Fag. Secondly, this is my official statement about the whole J.K. Rowling situation, okay? I hope that makes it clear. So with that out of the way, I was hyped up. The trailers looked so fucking good. Flying on the broom and Schwar's big shoulder. Joining the Slytherin.
That looks like a jolly good time there.
And by the by, I don't give a flying popsicle about the Harry Potter universum. I never have, I never will, and quite honestly, kids waving their little wands around, pedo much? Disgusting, bro. But an open world RPG, OMG, oh my god! That tickles my bum cork. Bum cork, British version of a butt plug. Keep up to... So listen, you little twink, I played it completely. From start to la conclusion. My feelings towards Hogwarts Legacy went to some unexpected twists and turns. You know, there is good, there is bad, and there's the slave. Bruh. It's okay, I treat him nice. Surprise, we are in Hogwarts. I like Ranton and Gaffelbach. It is no cap. Wow, das ist das Schloss aus dem Film.
Nein, ich bin Forrest Gump.
An absolute fucking marvel. It's like the Academy of Raya Lucaria. Ring a bell? Except bigger and better. And I really need to drive this home, people.
Oh my god.
This location is the highlight of the entire game. It's incredible. It's terrific. The amount of secrets to uncover, unparalleled in this society. Try to get around one corner, yeah, and not find some sort of riddle or collectible or puzzle. Versuch doch, Spaß. Psych, you can't give up, give in, take my cock. I felt ecstatic exploring its Räumlichkeiten. I looked around. Was ist hier? Dust. I took off my trousers and strolled around in my jammies like a fashionable old Minecraft, I may say so myself. You have the flying moths that go lumos, lumos. Then you have the wall puzzles with the math that go plus 3 macht 9. It's like the Arkham games with the Riddler. The entire world is bursting at the seams, flying off the hinges with content, and it all slowly opens up to you like a prolapse. Hogwarts Legacy really takes its time with the mechanics, yes, slowly revealing them, slowly, carefully, intimately. But I think in a good way, it's well paced. It keeps piling it on like a Gabelstapler. You get to pick your own wand, yeah? And mine is like a baguette. Bam, you fly now. Bam, grip of lift. Bam, fire. Bam, items. Bam, talent. Bam, Transe. No hate, ich bin feucht. Combat tutorial against friendly classmate, no problemo.
It's brazy!
One thing that I always deeply appreciate about the Elder Scrolls games is that you can open every door. Go in, there is the gun! Hogwarts Legacy does the same, but almost no load time. Every door you can open. Bro!
Gets me all wet and juiced up for the Elder Scrolls 6.
Come on, Toddy boy. Give me that CBBE big fat cow body type. I recommend that you turn off the minimap, because like Todd said, when you have a minimap, you end up playing the minimap.
Also schlecht.
So turn that shit off. I wish the game had some type of Gombas, Gombas, like in Skyrim or Elden Ring, to facilitate as a substitute. It's a nitpick, but when I get lost, I say figdick. Okay! The exploration exceeds the limits of the Hogwarts castle. The first time I dared to venture into the Forbidden Forest. Oh, it was a great time indeed. I was finding some random bandits, illegal criminals, and a big frog. Dungeon the Frogger. In fact, I was one Japanese man away from feeling like Logan Paul. It's good vibes all around. You turn the game on and you're happy. And speaking of first, get ready. This is my first sponsorship.
Very, very excited. Money.
And I wanted to do it for a product that I actually use. And that is NordVPN. You see, account created.
I've been using NordVPN non-stop since 2017.
What other YouTuber can say that, huh? I've also talked about it on my stream several times without getting paid. Can you believe that shit? I'm so dumb. Now they want me to talk about privacy, accessing content on Netflix from another country, DDoS protection, phishing, blah blah blah. That's all well and good, but you know what I've been using it for? You know. Good girl, let me just say this. When I lived in China, I didn't need it because everyone was doing it. The police does it. It's the normal way of procuring things. No problem. It's ganz normal. But in the West, when you do it, you do have to be careful. You understand, huh? P2P, PCP, PNV. Catch my drift? You wouldn't fuck a pig without a condom. Or maybe you would. I don't know. I don't judge. May Allah strike you down. Honestly, I've been using NordVPN for about 6 years. I'll continue using it even if they stop sponsoring me. Probably shouldn't say that, but that's the reality. So it speaks to its quality and reliability. With that being said, get an exclusive deal by going under nordvpn.com/Ranton. If you buy a 2-year plan, you get a 1 month on the top. Back to the video. Everything is beautiful, colorful, wholesome, and just nice. And I was fighting some random spiders. About 6 hours into the game, I noticed I'm a schwabbi-schwuppi in my Arsch. Something didn't feel right. I was screaming from the mountaintop. Why am I not loving the combat? Why am I not spitz? It's unique. The spells look cool, yeah? You combine badass slow motion, laufe rein in slow-mo. And I had already increased the difficulty to make it more of a challenge.
Was läuft hier falsch?
And then I realized the problematic. I was getting bored with it because I noticed that what enemies you fight doesn't matter at all.
Get it into le cerveau.
You fight everyone the same way. You just stand around stationary, slamming the attack button X, no Y. And you don't even look at the enemies. You just look like your own character because you have to look for the item above the head to pop up so you can dodge or counter. The only differentiation you have to make is whether the enemy is pick-upable, liftable or not. The rest, irrelevant. A new enemy type is introduced. And from the moment I started to realize this, the combat became so incredibly boring and repetitive to me. All fights are the same shit. I'm not kidding. And trying new spells is like, okay, there are spells that are like obviously stronger, so why bother? And this realization that the combat is shallow started to spread around and infect almost every other facet of Hogwarts Legacy as I kept on playing. And let me tell you something. I wanted to like Hogwarts Legacy. I did. I swear of God. And I did at first. It's clearly a labor of love. And I can't imagine how cool it must be for Harry Potter fans. I'm like, so happy for you guys. But it's held back severely by trying to appeal to kids. That's the root cause of almost all of its issues. It's shallowness. Exhibitus 2 und 3, Gier und Talent. Talents I introduced way too late. By the time they were introduced, I was level 16. I had 12 skill points to allocate. Way too much at once. It's like so bad pacing in this regard. But the improvements are boring. They lack depth. They are wildly unequal, which makes it look like an afterthought. Good RPG mechanics are supposed to be an incentive to make me level up. But since most talents just enhance a spell for the repetitive combat, it's not interesting. Like, wow, my Feuer macht jetzt mehr Feuer. Then gear. Oh dear! I'm realizing more and more that the overwhelming amount of video games do gear in a way that I don't enjoy. How dare they? Do you know who I am? I like the Skyrim way. Every piece of gear is unique. It's a unique gift and it's iced out. No two pieces of the same looking gear can have two different stats. You fight an enemy and you say, what are you wearing? Hogwarts Legacy makes all the wrong choices in this regard. You have the same looking gear with different stats and different rarity, and the less rare one has stronger values. It makes me feel like gear doesn't matter and I'm not progressing, and I'm walking into class looking like a mongoloid. Numbers go up, but I don't look cooler. No piece of loot is interesting, and it's replaced anyways in a few minutes by a new piece that you find. So upgrading is also a waste of time. Miss me with that shit. Shadow system, 0 squirt potential. Number 4, story. Sorry, slow burn. No burn. Dog shit. Absolutely dragged out shite from the bottom of my shoe sole. Every character has the charisma of a damp rag and the appearance of a low-grade bank lad. No suspense, nada. Wake me up when September ends. And again, it's cause every character either talks like a child,
That wasn't quite the reaction I wanted.
or talks to a child.
Goodness, a second troll.
Nintendo games work for kids and adults because jumping and running is always fun and always difficult. Ain't nobody give a fuck about no story, bruh. Mario goes next. But in Hogwarts Legacy, there are many side quests and a lot of dialogue, and it's unbearable. The most mundane. It's the type of dialogue when you just want to fucking shove a fucking fork drive in your ears. And why? Cause it's for kids. Hey, excuse me, can you get me teddy bear off the shelf over there?
Kill yourself.
Don't expect any engaging narratives or interesting characters in this whole fucking game. Final exhibit, and this is the most important one: the lack of sandbox gameplay. I know I'm saying it. Sure, there's a lot to find, yeah, and there are many quests, but once you found the collectibles and the riddles in an area, it's become useless. You empty out the areas, then it's gone, content gone. Unlike in Bully, where you can, well, bully! Shove people into lockers, in trash cans, throwing firecrackers, wedgies, yolk pulver, running them over with a skateboard. Average stuff. In this game, none of that, man. I tried to shoot at this one guy sitting on the chair because he was giving me the wrong look and nothing happened, man.
Are you crazy?
The game limits you so much in what you're free to do. You can't even jump downstairs and shit because there are invisible walls every time. You wouldn't want the child to hurt himself. The fact that you can fly, awesome. Why is landing inside of Hogwarts so inconsistent? 90% of the time, I can't land anywhere.
Allow me to reach places with my broom, bro.
Warum nicht? I'm a wizard. You can't even go on a leisurely wildlife slaughter. It's not a sandbox open world. Just know that. So these are the 5 exhibits that prove that Hogwarts Legacy is severely held back by trying to be a game for kids. Now I got 3 more complaints. Don't be alarmed.
I'll keep it brief.
Number 1, I hate cursor menus. I don't know who started this. I don't have any money, but I will find you and I will kill you. I think Ubisoft began all this shit with Assassin's Creed Origins, yeah? Stop it. No more cursor menus on controller, you asshole. Do some work and make the menus work for the controller. God damn, this shit's annoying. Mouse is not a controller. 2, and this is actually a big critique, the world is quite monotone. Every region looks the same. All dungeons are the same. All hideout and bandit games, same. I guess they knew that, that's why they added different seasons, and the different seasons is cool, but it's not enough. Doesn't really fix the issue. It's not a diverse or interesting world to explore that holds any surprise, except for Hogwarts Castle itself. And lastly, the room of requirement, where you can breed animals, but no fanboys, make potions, grow seeds. I personally don't enjoy customizing something purely visual in a room where the only point is to customize something visual, and items and consumables aren't important enough for the combat to spend any time there. I think if you like Sims, you're gonna enjoy this. Not for me, bro. Before we get to the final ratings, support me on Patreon. Und fick deine Mutter mit meinem Schwanz. You can be in the video, you can be in the credit, on the early access, in the Thank you. Oh my god. My final for Hogwarts Legacy. It's surprising. It went up, then went down, like my dick in the morning. It's an okay game overall, and I give it a fair 6 out of 10. For a Harry Potter fan, it's probably much higher, but your value as a human is much lower, so it evens out. That being said, don't forget to watch the video. This is the new abbreviation. The last video in a nutshell. Yeah. When my wife's boyfriend lets me touch her left tit for my birthday. Bruh, what's wrong with my Hogwarts character? That's cheap power, bro. When the kid that grew up in Hiroshima goes for a high five. Problem? Schlag dich kaputt. I saw this one. Some Chinese motherfucker in the 1830s trading some leaves for drugs be like, oh yeah.
Man, when people find out I'm actually Japanese, it's gonna be a plot twist.
Schabloni pepperoni. Oh, ACG, smelling my farts. Good. Make him smell. What the fuck is that? It's good too. I don't have much to say. It's just nice. I gave you guys a templat and you guys did a lot with the templat. Was? When Ranton finds a 10 out of 10 game. Sophia's laughing about this. I don't even know what it is. What is it? I don't get it.
Your face.
Yeah, the face is funny, but what is this?
Your dick.
Nice one. Karate Anton. It's nice. It's good. Good job. Okay, that was not bad.
Thank you.
I enjoyed this. I'm on a fucking roll with my reviews. Tony out. So, I realized hyperventilating actually helps me do the reviews more retarded. I'm about to pass up. Kleine Huren, ich fick die alle in den Arsch. Sick, der geht, Alter.